We are just 1 month away from Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the game we've been waiting 18 years for, and Nintendo celebrated by giving us a brand new trailer. Can this day get any better? Yo! Before we continue though, I just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. A lot of you watched my last video about not needing next-gen consoles in the next couple of years, and that video took off compared to the rest of the videos on my channel. It's performed very, very well, so I thank you for joining me. Need I also say that if you haven't seen my other videos, well, I cover Metroid a lot on this channel, and I can't not talk about Metroid Prime 4 when we get a brand new trailer. So if you're a Metroid fan, well, you've come to the right place. But don't worry, I'll be going back to scripted videos after this. Let's talk about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the new trailer simply titled Survive! This trailer came out today, posted by Nintendo. It's only about a minute long, so I didn't even bother recording a reaction to it because I only like to record reactions when I know something largely significant is going to happen in the trailer, or if it's like over 2 minutes long, I just know it's going to be something of epic proportions. But I figured this 1 minute trailer wasn't going to have too much significance. I mean, the fact that it's a new Metroid Prime 4 trailer is already significant enough, but I figured they were going to show us stuff that wasn't exactly mind-blowing. And for the most part, I was right. I mean, the most mind-blowing thing we saw was that Akira slide that Samus did. Like, I know we've seen her do it in the last trailer, but they actually did like the camera angle and everything, just copying that from Akira, and it's just magnificent. Like, I don't care what you say. Whenever any character in any show, movie, or game or what have you does the Akira slide, it's the most badass thing on planet Earth. It's actually quite hard to not make the Akira slide look cool, let's just say. But this trailer was mostly filled with environments that we had already seen before, but with new camera angles. We also got a look at a new enemy called a Cybot soldier, which the scan visor says it's a basic model of a Lemorn-made Cybot battle android. So we know that this intelligent race of beings, the Lemorn, have experience in combat, like they've probably been at war or something, not unlike the Chozo, not unlike the Luminoth. Basically, whenever there's an intelligent species in any universe or galaxy or what have you, there's gonna be war, there's gonna be battles. It's what happens. Important that it's called a Cybot, which has to mean that it's using like psychic abilities, not unlike the ones Samus uses to open doors. And I guess now the new ability is to reveal floating platforms. I don't know if she's making platforms with her psychic abilities, or she's revealing like invisible ones, not unlike the Dark Visor from Metroid Prime 2. I think what really stands out about this trailer and what a lot of people are talking about is that it feels like an actual like trailer for the game, which, you know, I felt like the last trailer was that. You know, a lot of the Metroid Prime 4's marketing has mainly been short gameplay snippets from Nintendo Directs or Nintendo Treehouse footage, so the fact that this is like a real trailer with like music and cuts between different gameplay, a lot of people have noticed that this looks like and feels like a real trailer. But I honestly felt like the last trailer was like that. Like, I know it had the focus on the motorcycle, the Viola cycle rather, but I'm not over here trying to diss it at all. I still think it's a good trailer. It's an effective one. It's short, simple, to the point. It shows people what this game is like, and it doesn't show them too much at the same time, which is always something I've been conflicted about with this Metroid marketing cycle, this Prime 4 marketing cycle, because I want them to show more. I feel like I want them to show more, but also not show too much, because the thing about Metroid games is the less you know going into them, the better. I feel like Nintendo adopted this marketing philosophy with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, a lot with Tears of the Kingdom, because they didn't even tell us about the depths in that game before it came out. There was just a lot of secrets to find here, and I want to say that that's the same thing they're doing for Prime 4, but at the same time, it's like Metroid is not exactly like the biggest seller of theirs. Like, Zelda was always going to make money no matter how much they showed in the pre-release marketing, but Metroid, that's a different story, and I feel like they knew that with Metroid Dread. They showed too much of that game in marketing. I will be honest there. Like, it was still a fun hype cycle, you know, they marketed that game for months, dude, giving us new trailers and such, but when they released that Dread report talking about every single region on the planet, I didn't even bother reading that. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not looking at this. Like, how dare you? How dare you try to spoil this for me? Of course, they left some things out. There was still plenty of surprises in Metroid Dread, but in the case of Prime 4, they are keeping a lot of things closer to their chest, and for the most part, even though I thought the Viola Cycle trailer was a bit better. This definitely felt, the Survive trailer definitely felt like it was a more solid trailer, and if they just cut it in half, they could show it in like TV advertisements as well as other like online videos, which they have been doing recently. Like these Switch 2 snippets, these shorts videos have been showing Metroid Prime 4 gameplay with mouse mode. They even showed off a new boss, I think it's called Zelios, which is very reminiscent of Helios from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. But it does feel like, with that in mind, not even just putting Prime 4 with Switch 2 marketing, but also just showing off the game like on their social channels. I believe they did that yesterday or the day before that. I don't remember exactly, but they're definitely ramping up the marketing for this game, and I could not be happier. Some of you are probably asking, why do you care so much about marketing? Like, don't you just want to play the game and hope it's good? Yeah, I want to play the game. I do hope it's good. And even if like this is like the last thing we get of the game for like the next month, I will still be happy knowing I'm going to play it on December 4th. But it's just like, as a Metroid fan, I have an interest in how well this game does, how well this game is marketed, because Metroid games, once again, they're not Nintendo's biggest franchise. And you know, a part of the reason why I think we've been seeing like these ages-long droughts between games is because they just don't sell that well. And we also have seen how Star Fox is treated, how F-Zero is treated by Nintendo. They just don't get new games anymore. And you gotta think like the lack of sales from those games is a contributing factor to that. I don't know how well Star Fox does, but given that the last few Star Fox games have just been, you know, frankly not that great, that's probably why we haven't seen a new entry. But in Metroid's case, especially with the fact that this game has had an 8-year-long development cycle, I really want this game to do well, and I want to see Metroid Prime 5 in my lifetime after Prime 4. Of course, I'm not obsessed about Prime 5 right now. Prime 4 is the game I'm obsessed with. But you know, given that they posted this trailer exactly 1 month before the release date, that tells me that they are just ramping up the trailers and the marketing for the rest of the month. I feel like we might get one more trailer, one that's like for lack of a better term, a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom style epic trailer. I don't know if a Prime 4 trailer would ever be as epic as a Zelda one. I hope I'm wrong there, but at least make it feel epic for the Metroid fans who have been waiting for this game for 8 years since the announcement and 18 years since Metroid Prime 3. Yeah, it's been 18 years since the last Metroid Prime game, like the mainline game. We're not talking about spin-offs or remasters. So in that sense, I have yet to see like a presentation or a trailer that basically says, hey, you've waited 18 years for this game. Here's an epic trailer to let you know that it's gonna be worth the wait when you finally play it. That's how I felt when I watched the Breath of the Wild trailer back in 2017, the Tears of the Kingdom trailer shortly before it came out. Just like these grand events, I want a trailer that makes this game feel like a grand event. But if I don't get that, that's fine. Because in the end of the day, I just want Metroid Prime 4 to feel like the grand event, and in the end, it's going to be. I know the morning of December 4th, or maybe the night of December 3rd, depending on when I pick up the game, how I do it, this is going to be like the biggest event of my gaming life. Like, seriously. I just can't get over that in 2017, I was just in my early 20s, just watching that trailer in that hotel room and just getting so freaking excited at the prospect of playing another Metroid Prime game after I've waited so long for the last one. By the time when that trailer came out, Metroid Prime 3 was 10 years old, and it's been 8 years since that trailer. Don't ever tell Metroid fans they're impatient ever again. We are the most patient of people. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Survive trailer for the Switch 2 edition specifically. It was a good trailer, but there isn't a whole lot of new stuff to dissect in it, or at least a lot of new stuff that I care to dissect because I'm a busy man. I don't have time to just make analysis videos left and right, but it looked really good. It didn't feel like a trailer that was like, here's the last trailer before the game comes out, and here's the trailer that basically symbolizes like the 18-year wait is almost over. Maybe we'll get a Nintendo Direct this month. I would certainly hope so. Nintendo's been weird about how they market their games. Kirby Air Riders got 2 directs. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, it did get 4 trailers, but no direct. I guess it also got a Tokyo Game Show demo, so Nintendo's not really treating every game like equally in this regard, which, you know, I guess that makes sense, right? But it's strange. Like, even if I go all through November without any more Metroid Prime 4 like directs, trailers, or any Metroid Prime 4 marketing beyond this trailer, I think at the end of the day I'm just going to be fine, because I know when this game is coming out and I know when I'm going to finally be able to play it. That was what was stressful about the wait before knowing the release date. It was the not knowing the release date that was the most stressful part of this wait, and now that that's out of the way, I know I'm going to be able to play it. I have no other reason to be like disappointed in anything else. Like, sure, I might be a little disappointed this game doesn't get one final direct or one final epic trailer, but at the end of the day, as long as the game comes out, as long as it's great, I will be a very happy camper. But that's all I have to discuss today about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We are just 1 month away, guys. 1 month, just 30 days, or 31 days. How many days are in November? I don't know anymore. I'm very excited for this game. And also, I really have to thank, once again, my new subscribers for joining me on this channel. Like, I talk about Metroid a lot, but it's not going to be the only thing I talk about. I'm already writing my next video. Very excited to put that out. But I felt wrong not making a Metroid Prime 4 video for you guys today. So, thank you for watching, and I have to thank my beautiful Ferris Wheel members for supporting me and my channel. If you want to become a member to get early access to some of my uploads, then be sure to hit that join button down below. But until next time, bye-bye.